So you might be saying to yourself, why are we looking at an HP Pavilion 7905 that came with Windows XP, as old as dirt? Ignore this. I shared this picture on Facebook, and people were giving me shit about all of this. Okay. The wife and I, we share this room, and as you can see, a jewelry box, lotion, hair care products, okay? Yes, that's all it is. For fuck's sake. But anyways, the point of this video is a little different. So, as you can see, this thing's old. I always liked these cases. I used to own an older version of this, but the design was always the same. Back in the day, these things were badass looking. And they have a CD tray at the top. Now, the point of this is, looks can be deceiving. This isn't done because it's actually running really hot. I don't have it running right now. But the only problem with these old cases is cable management, so it's a mess, okay? Bear with me. I actually made a video of doing this build, but it was on my old camera, and batteries die every 10 minutes. So, it was half on my phone, half on my camera. It was just such a pain in the ass. But, yeah. So, what we put in here is a 530 watt power supply. This is all from the Xbox build. An AMD FX 6300 processor, stock clock. A Sapphire AMD Radeon R7 260X overclock edition for the video card. I actually have two SATA hard drives. One's actually not working. It's an old drive from an old computer. Oh well. So right now it's 250 gigabyte of SATA 3.5 drive. So it starts up, it runs perfectly fine. But by God, does it get hot. And no, it doesn't get hot from this cable management. It gets hot because there's no room on an AMD FX processor on stock cooling. So I'm in process of figuring out what kind of cooler I want to put on here. I'm thinking about getting my hands on a closed loop single rad cooler and putting the radiator right there. And then it won't run hot. It'll run nice and cool. But with this setup, you can play basically, 99% of AAA games that are out today. If not all, obviously not on max settings, but, I can play Killing Floor 2 1080p at like 45 to 50 frames per second, everything on Ultra, with this setup. But when you look at it, nobody thinks twice about it. So that's why I did it. I love doing stuff where you don't expect it. It was actually a real bitch to do it though. As you can see, that power supply is so tight in there. And as you can see, that cage underneath it goes around. So I had to angle it up and get my flat head and literally pry it in there. And I was able actually to get a DVD drive in there. And the DVD drive does function. The floppy drive is just a dummy drive, as you can see, because I don't have a floppy connector or an IDE connector on this motherboard. So I see no point of just having more clutter in here. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of show this computer a little bit. And this is actually going to be a work in progress. Like I said, I want to get a single closed loop cooler in there and basically make this pretty badass. Now the nice thing about this build is, if I ever wanted to upgrade the video card, I still have the room. I can move all these cables. So you can actually put a beefier card in here. I could always put an 8350 processor in there. I can actually have this tiny ass little case, this raggedy looking case, have the same specs as this guy right here. Because all this is an 8350 R9 390 video card. Yeah. So that guy over there could be just as capable. I mean, that's that sits right there as a 6-core, 3.5 gigahertz processor with an R7 260X and 8 gigabytes of DDR3 1600 megahertz RAM. Doesn't look like it. That's what I like about it. So once again, looks can be deceiving, and you don't need a ridiculous case. Now the cable management, there is none for this case. It's atrocious. And this also is not a modular power supply. So all those cables you can't unplug. But the fact of the matter is, you got an old setup, an old ass case like that, and it'll do its job pretty fucking well once you make sure the processor gets cooled good enough. Alright, that's it. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. I will see you next time. Have a good one.